loan, there's no credit check. What will you do with more cash? Buy a car, get an apartment, go to school? After all, it's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call now and get a $100 gift card for receiving a quote. Call 877-CASH-NOW for your free Cash Now quote. That's 877-CASH-NOW. Call now.
Thanks, J.G. Wentworth.
The Source with Caitlin Collins, tonight at 9.
Delay tactic? New developments at the federal courthouse in D.C. today. A battle between Donald Trump's legal team and the special counsel investigating the former president's efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Our teams are on site for the very latest. And he's back, apparently. The man who led an armed mutiny through the streets of Russia is spotted inside Russia for the first time since that brief uprising. Vladimir Putin, not known for his forgiving side, so why is Yevgeny Prigozhin going so public?
Plus, the nation's largest power grid declaring an emergency alert as the nation swelters under a heat wave. What that means for more than 65 million people relying on the company to keep them cool. We're following these major developing stories and many more, all coming.
Just a short time ago, Donald Trump's attorneys wrapped up a meeting face-to-face with special counsel Jack Smith. Sources tell CNN that Trump's lawyers hoped that sit-down could delay potential indictment in Smith's investigation of efforts to overturn the 2020 election. But we are told they got no information on timing. The stakes of this couldn't be higher. Right now, the federal grand jury in that case is gathered for the first time since last week. CNN's Caitlin Polantz. She's outside the federal courthouse. So, Caitlin, what did Trump's lawyers go into this meeting hoping to get, and what did they leave with?
Jim, at very least, they were hoping for some sort of delay to put things on hold, as they've been trying to do in a lot of different avenues as the special counsel has been investigating Donald Trump and bringing cases against him. But in this circumstance, they left that meeting this morning with no indication of timing, or even if it were a certainty at this point that an indictment would be handed up by the grand jury against Donald Trump. Now, to step back a second, though, it is very likely Donald Trump is going to be charged for his activity, his perhaps some of the things he was saying, what he was doing after the 2020 election, as he was trying to undermine the vote that he lost in battleground states, and then also disrupt Congress from certifying Joe Biden as the next president. But we don't really know exactly how the next couple hours or even days, weeks will be playing out with that. That's because this grand jury has been at work for a very long time. Special counsel Jack Smith was appointed last November, and then they have heard from lots of witnesses. They've been meeting regularly on Tuesdays and Thursdays here at the federal courthouse. Some of the witnesses are so high profile, it includes people like former Vice President Mike Pence testifying specifically about his conversations with Donald Trump, as well as other things that he was witnessing up to and even on January 6th. And then in the last week or so, we really have been at the end game here, right? July 16th is the day that Donald Trump received that target letter saying that he's very likely to be charged in this case. Last week, the grand jury was in again twice, hearing from additional witnesses, even bringing back a witness they had heard from before. And now, after taking a break on Tuesday, having a day off, the grand jury has convened again. Prosecutors, as that meeting appeared to be wrapping up with the special counsel's office and Trump's lawyers, prosecutors started to come over to the courthouse, and the grand jury, they're done with their lunch break already. They even had lunch early today, and so now we are just watching to see if any other activity emerges from the courthouse and if an indictment is presented to them and goes through the approval process before a federal judge.
Well, it's important to state the facts as you just did. He lost the election and then attempted to overturn it based on false claims of fraud. Why might his lawyers hold this meeting now?